Welcome to Armchair Bookers. I'm your host, the Vampire Hardcastle. My co-host,
Steele, Christopher Steele.
Don't forget it, baby. You wanna?
This is our traditional Thanksgiving throwdown for Armchair Booker, which we haven't done a Armchair Booker since March.
April, something like that. March or April, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
WrestleMania time.
My birthday.
Yeah. March then, yeah.
Right around there. So
Let's look at how things have gone in the last,
6 months?
6 months, yeah.
7? Something like that.
Something like that.
Maybe 8. Well, anyways, the whole landscape has basically changed except for the best
in the world is still Heath Slater, and now he has changed it to the greatest of all time, or the GOAT. He is the GOAT. He claims to be the GOAT. He walks around
with a GOAT championship.
Yep, he walks around.
I'm picturing a title with a GOAT.
Yeah, like a goat head, yeah, with the horns and yeah. Yep, you and
I like the Brahma bull.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But it being a goat instead.
More or less, yeah. Like, yeah, I'm with you. So you want to give a rundown? Should I give a rundown of what the champions are before we start the actual show?
Sure.
Our global champion is The Fiend, because, like, why wouldn't it be? The ultra-violent television champion, Tommy Dreamer. Our all-star champion is The Miz. I've already previously mentioned the GOAT is Heath Slater. Our tag team champions are SCU, and our women's champion is Alexa Bliss. Currently.
That might have changed, but it changed back, I think.
Yeah, it's dipped around a little bit from bit to bit.
But we have not been aired, so.
Yep, somebody bought some TV time to do Thanksgiving Throwdown. And it sure as hell wasn't me. I haven't been seen on TV in that entire.
I did. We both did.
We lost, so we got the hell out of here.
We got our funding cut, so.
And we got the hell out of Dodge.
Paige is taking the reins of.
Which would lead me to believe that the Bevis family took the reins. If Paige is running it, they were like, "Well, that's America. We're still running our show here, but."
No,
I know.
It's me. It's still me.
All right, we know it's still fucking Steele-Rhoads Productions. We're still running shit. We just don't want to be on TV anymore.
And she still has a contract, even though
she's not wrestling or never will.
She retired.
Yeah, she done retired, but she's running the show. So this is what we have for Thanksgiving Throwdown 2019. Our opening match is what I like to call a legacy tag team match, a legacy intergender tag team match. Fathers and their daughters and their sons.
Fathers with their
son and daughter face off.
Their children.
Mr. Perfect, Curtis Axel, and the Perfect Doll versus Rick, Charlotte, and Reed Flair.
Yeah, the
perfect family.
I'm surprised she hasn't.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised she's not on NXT right now.
Right.
But we gave the match to the Perfect Family for good reason. I mean, they are literally perfect. And if you look at our sixth sense of humor, we literally bookended it with dead people written down on the page. Mr. Perfect, Curtis Axel, Perfect Doll, Ric Flair, Charlotte Flair, and Reed Flair.
Oh, Charlotte's not dead?
No, Reed's the dead one. The next match, Heath Slater versus Zack Ryder in a one-on-one, one-fall match. If Zack Ryder wins, the GOAT championship becomes the Internet Championship, and he is the Internet Champion. But he doesn't win. Heath Slater totally fucking just... By the way, in this last 6 months, Heath Slater has actually gotten really fucking good. Like, he decided to steer away from, I got kids, and I'm going to be a joke character, to, hey, check it out, I can actually go. Like, go. I can hang on the level of, like, Chris Benoit go. Which he actually could, but back in the day, he was really fucking good, and they'd be like, hey, he's funny. That's one thing, if you're going to get into wrestling, and you make somebody laugh, you're screwed. Then you're done. Like, if you make Vince laugh, it's over for you. You're a joke from then on.
Arthur.
Yeah, yep.
I'm sure that picture is actually R-Truth
Telling him a joke or something?
telling him a joke or
Oh,
something.
yeah. Wouldn't surprise me at all. But the thing with R-Truth is, he is a comedy wrestler. Which, he did himself a favor, because that is his strongest suit, is comedy wrestling. Because, he's getting old to where he can't do all the athletic shit he did when he was younger to be, that super high flyer. But the dude is funny as hell. He is the perfect comedy foil for a wrestling program.
Also, Santino Morello is a comedy wrestler.
Yeah, but Santino could actually go. He was a legitimate high school wrestler that could, throw down some Greco-Roman shit.
Right.
Where R-Truth was one that could do flips and the splits and shit like that. And by the time you're 40, you're like, I don't want to split down and bust my nuts again. They sag further than they used to. I don't want to sit.
Right.
No, I'm good.
All right, so
Third match is Alexa Bliss versus Bianca Belair in a singles match for the women's title. Anything special going on in this match that you would? I honestly think it would be a good, even match until Alexa cheated to win.
pull Bianca Belair's
Long ass hair.
long ass hair whip.
Yep, wrap around her neck and do a neck breaker. I could see Alexa doing that, taking her hair, wrapping around her neck, picking her up, and hitting her with a neck breaker.
All right.
Then hit her with Twisted Bliss, and that's it. This is our first of three, what I would like to call legendary elimination tag matches. It's about the best way to describe it. This first one is Sting with Dusty Rhoads, Goldust, and Cody Rhodes versus Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior, and Brutus Beefcake. Elimination style. I'm just going to snap through these eliminations real quick.
That's fine.
Okay.
I just want to snap through the whole thing.
Right. Goldust versus Beefcake, who starts it off. Beefcake eliminates Goldust. Dusty Rhodes comes in and eliminates Beefcake. Hogan comes in and eliminates Dusty. And then Cody comes in and gets eliminated by Hogan. Sting then comes in and eliminates Hogan. Savage comes in and fights it out with Sting for a little bit, tags in Warrior. Warrior finishes up Sting to round up the match. Savage and Warrior are the two remaining superstars on the winning side. Fifth match on the card is a four-way dance for the All-Star Championship, or the Ultra-Violent Championship. My bad. The Ultra-Violent Championship. The UVTV title, whatever, yeah. Tommy Dreamer versus Sandman versus Raven versus John Moxley in a four-way dance for said title. Anything goes, falls count anywhere. First one eliminated is Tommy Dreamer, who was the current champion. He's out.
So we're guaranteed
a new champion. Sandman proceeds to cane the crap out of Raven. John Moxley hits him with a paradigm shift or a dirty deeds, whatever you want to call it, and eliminates Raven. Sandman and Moxley then fight it out. Sandman gets a six-pack out from underneath the ring and proceeds to beat the shit out of John Moxley with a full six-pack. And every time Moxley hits the ground, Sandman pulls one out and drinks it. Fucking hits him a few more times as he's trying to stand up, falls again, pulls one out, drinks it. And this goes on for about 10 minutes until he finishes the entire six-pack and proceeds to cane him, pick him up, hit him with the cane-assisted Russian leg sweep for the victory. 1, 2, 3. We have a new ultra-violent television champion, and it's Sandman. Sandman. Okay. Next match on the card is SCU versus the Viking Raiders in a 3-on-2 handicap match for the tag titles, because the Viking Raiders straight up said, we can take all three of you at once with the titles on the line and we'll still take the damn things from you. And do they? Yes, they do it in about 3 minutes. They do it in a solid 3. SCU looks like they're going to play the numbers game and keep doing the tag out and chop block, and finally just realizes that they're going for a chop block and sits on Scorpio Sky's back, stopping the brigade of tags and chop blocks to try and chop the tree down. He just, boom, sits on him, grabs him,
and those guys,
tags, and
as big as they are fucking agile
as all hell. And that's exactly what I was going to say. Have you seen the fatality that is done by the Dark Order?
No.
It is the big dude picks guy up for a power bomb, and the dude does a blockbuster neck breaker to complete the power bomb. I would see something very similar to that, except I would like to see it done with a power bomb in a Harlem Hangover, where Eric has dude up for power bomb, Ivar goes to the top and does a flipping leg drop as a follow through, and that's how they destroy SCU because they pile Frankie and CD in the middle of the ring and proceed to just slam Scorpio Sky with that big ass leg drop and just create an SCU sandwich in the middle of the ring and pin all three of them at once to definitively become our new tag team champions. The next in our legendary elimination tag matches is the NWO versus DX. And this is just a funny layout because we like to play with mirrors. Hall, Nash, Six, and Giant versus Shawn Michaels, Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, and X-Pac. Okay, so of course we're going to start a mirror match style. X-Pac and Six start off in the ring face to face. Six eliminates X-Pac. Billy Gunn gets to the ring to eliminate Six. Giant gets in the ring to eliminate Billy and Road Dogg. Shawn Michaels comes in, hits like 7 or 8 Sweet Chin musics on the Giant to eliminate the Giant, and the Outsiders coax Shawn in with a hey, let's too sweet this, and then they too sweet and just beat the shit out of him, and like they
Outsiders Edge
powerbomb combinations of the two.
And pin
him 1, 2, 3. The Outsiders are
insiders.
The insiders are the sole survivors of said match. The NWO defeats DX
because they're the insiders in the
SRW
because they were inside and that they weren't looking at from the outside.
Yeah, they weren't invaders. They were the ones that helped build the company in the first place. Okay, this match is The Miz versus Hangman Page for the All-Star Championship, and the winner of this match is the first person to hit their opponent's finisher. I would see this match going for about 30-35 minutes because they would know, like, they know their own finisher, so they know when to bow the hell out. But Miz attempts to hit the rite of passage on Hangman Page. Hangman reverses it, landing on his feet, turns around, and puts Miz in a full Nelson, just straight up full Nelson, just holds him in it. Like, old school.
Right.
Miz is trying to escape, and backs Page against the rope. Page still doesn't let go, but the momentum of backing him into the ropes causes Miz to walk forward and trip, and in tripping, accidentally gets hit in his own skull-crushing finale. And Hangman Page is now the All-Star Champion, just through the sheer coincidence of Miz trying to escape from his own finisher. I guess he should have thought of the layout before he made a finish, huh? The final match in our legendary elimination tag matches is, I would call them the triple threat, but it's 4 of them, so I'll go with Shane Douglas's Evolution.
Quadruple
threat. The quadruple threat, but all of them were also in Evolution, or the Revolution in WCW, if you think about that as well. So I'll call this the Revolution versus Brock's Big Boys. You get the joke, because, yeah, big boy.
Except he's really small.
Yeah, he's big in character though. Like he doesn't have to be physically big. Like just the air of Taz showing up makes everybody go, "Oh fuck, it's Taz." Or at least he used to. Now everybody's like, "Oh fuck, it's Taz." Yeah, you're just gonna see how it changed because they were scared at first, and now they're just gonna have to listen to his droll ass commentary.
This comedy killer wasn't that bad.
Oh, in WWE, no. When he had Vince talking in his ear, no, it was fucking great. But in Impact, fucking terrible. Awful. He's a terrible commentator when left on his own. Whoever was talking in his ear is an awful commentator. Whatever. But it's Shane Douglas, Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit, and Bam Bam Bigelow versus Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, Taz, and Mike Awesome. Dean Malenko versus Brock Lesnar starts it off. Brock Lesnar loses in like 35 seconds because Dean sweeps the leg and gets him in a Texas Cloverleaf on Dean's side of the ring. Brock has nowhere to go, and those tiny-ass, spindly legs just cannot handle being wrenched as hard as Dean Malenko could wrench him. So Brock taps the fuck out. Goldberg goes for a spear, misses, tags in Benoit. Benoit just grabs Goldberg by his bald-ass head and headbutts the piss out of him until he's a puddle in the freaking middle of the ring, hits him in a crippler crossface, and just holds it in there until Goldberg doesn't really tap out, but so much as just like he's a lump of shit, so they can ring the bell, referee stoppage. Brock and Goldberg are gone within the first minute 30. Benoit tags Dean back in. Mike Awesome proceeds to eliminate Dean. Shane Douglas comes in, gets eliminated by Mike Awesome. Bam Bam Bigelow comes in and eliminates Mike Awesome. Taz then comes in and suplexes Bam Bam through the stage. Bam Bam's unresponsive, so the ref calls a referee stoppage for Bam Bam as well. So Bam Bam's eliminated. It's down to Taz and Benoit. Taz goes for a Taz mission on Benoit. Benoit runs up the turnbuckle pad to try and pull a Piper and score a pin, but in doing so, Taz catches him about halfway in the air and slams himself chest first into the ground, holding onto Benoit's head. But Benoit's kind of got a hold of Taz's head at the same time and is wrenching back, and they make each other pass out through lack of blood to their brains. So they're just two lumped out dudes in the middle of the ring. Taz and Benoit tie. It's a draw. Just simply because they can't continue, so the winner in that match is the audience, I guess.
No, nobody wins.
No, I think the audience would win because seriously, I don't think anybody's ever ended a match where both people are held in submissions and make each other pass out. And that'd be a sight to see. I mean, honestly, it would be. Could you imagine if Ric Flair had, let's say, Ric Flair versus Roddy Piper. Ric Flair has the figure four on Piper. Piper, leans forward, and as Ric Flair goes to, lean in for a punch, just grabs him and hits him in a front sleeper instead of a from behind sleeper. And Piper screams, "I quit," as Flair, the third time of Flair's hand goes down, so they both technically submit at the same time. It's something that's never happened, but would make people go, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah. It would definitely... People might enjoy it. They definitely enjoy it more than...
The shit that's going on now?
The Brock West, or the Fiend versus...
Seth Rollins and
Hell in a Cell.
Absolute trash. Or any Fiend match for that matter. I don't mind the Fiend as a character, but this red light bullshit's gotta go. I'd rather it be a strobe light the entire time than the fucking red light. Yeah. Okay, and our final match is The Fiend versus Triple H in a Buried Alive match, and I have this one planned out to be done in about fucking 2 minutes. Triple H comes out first, because we do our shit right, challenger then champion.
Right.
Triple H comes out first. The lights go out for The Fiend's entrance, and they come back up with all the fog and the Fiend's music playing and shit. You can kind of see that Triple H is, rooting under the ring. He immediately grabs the sledgehammer and has a whistle around his neck for some reason. Okay.
Is it a dog whistle?
No, it's a rape whistle pretty much. Everybody's gonna hear this fucking thing go off.
It's a dog whistle, and only China can hear it.
Right.
I'm kidding. China's great.
China's not a dog.
Wow.
Honestly, if I'm gonna be real, I prefer China's original look to the plastic surgery. Big titted look, when she was fucking big and muscly and shit.
But
she at least had feminine features in her face. Yes, they were a little disjointed because she had the fucking wonky jaw and shit, but her eyes and shit still looked feminine. And then after they did the first couple surgeries, they fucked her jaw up so much that they had to realign other shit, and she looked like a Barbie doll by the time she got done. And it just was what the fuck happened to China?
Then her tits exploded.
Yeah, right. Okay, so Triple H is rooting around in the ring for the sledgehammer, has a whistle around his neck. Fiend is making his entrance in. Triple H slides in while the Fiend is doing his whole, on the knees, fucking weird scream shit, and just starts bashing him in the back of the fucking head with the sledgehammer. Just, unrelentingly, trying to murder this man in the ring because he knows the Fiend will just not stop.
Right.
He thinks he has him, puts the hammer down. He's like, alright, cool. Turns around, Fiend's gone. Just gone. He's like, son of a bitch. Looks up the ramp, standing there, giving the, I'm still alive, come get me. You have to come closer to the hole to beat me or for me to beat you, so I'm just going to cut the middleman and wait here. So Triple H puts the whistle in his mouth, slowly gets out of the ring, and just blows the whistle as he's walking down. You remember that dream match from before of Hall, Nash, Six, Giant?
Right.
All DX and NWO just proceed to come down and swarm the Fiend. Just kicks, punches, brass knuckles, baseball bats, chains, everything you could possibly think of that NWO and DX have used on opponents in their history. Spray painting him in the face. The mask is now black. They've spray painted him in the face so goddamn much, and he's just unrelentingly.
I thought it was red for
Wolfpack.
Or in
No. Like so many colors. They've used red, green, and black and white, and like it's spray paint coated, and he's just unrelenting. Like he will not. He just keeps laying them out one by one by one by one by one. So Triple H calls them the big guns. You know what Triple H's big guns are, don't you?
China and
he's got three major guns that he pulls out when it's desperation time. I mean, come on, it's Triple H.
Sean and
Sean's already out there and been knocked out because all the ones that came down were Hall, Nash, Six, Giant, HBK, Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, and X-Pac. Yes, Six and X-Pac, the mirrored,
right.
Both come out to help Hunter because
so China Rude
and there's three big guns. We're forgetting another Triple H stable.
Orton or Batista.
Well, fucking Batista, of course. And Batista and Rude and China. Like, China's just, like, she might as well just hold her arm right under his legs because, like, every time he tries to move, she just, bam, slamming him in the nuts with another low blow. They finally get him in the hole. And Batista and Rude have these like, snow shovels that they just keep smacking him in the head with. It's like whack-a-mole. The dirt just is getting poured on by China in the front end loader, and it's just dumping dirt down. He keeps popping out of the dirt, and they just keep smacking him in the fucking head, smacking him in the fucking, and like eventually they're just smacking dirt, like flattening it out, trying to predict when he's not coming out. Triple H wins because he has stacked the odds in his favor, like because he knew he couldn't hold him down for a 3, and he wasn't going to take smacking a pile of junk in the middle of the ring as a win. Or no contest. He wanted that fucking belt, so he literally had him buried alive. He considered concrete, but he knew it would be wet, and he would just have a big, wet, concrete fiend to fight. And you don't want that.
If it's quick dry cement,
he's still just going to keep... He's going to become...
It's going to be a statue of the Fiend.
Yes, but that statue of the Fiend will be like the Weeping Angels in Doctor Who, where every time you don't look, it's just like right there. Like, if you break eye contact with the damn thing, it's closer to you. Because you know why? He's the Fiend. That's why. Concrete's not going to stop him. He's an essence. He's not a physical figure. You can cover that physical figure. He's like, he...
Alright, so...
Triple H wins. Triple H got the fucking belt off of him because we had no other way to get the fucking belt off of him that would convince people that the Fiend lost. Because the Fiend didn't really even lose.
He lost in that stipulation?
Yes, he lost in that stipulation.
I said, Triple H...
And he should have read the fine print because now it said in the bottom of his contract that if he ever lost the title, he can never challenge for it again. So we will not see the Fiend versus Triple H in a rematch because Triple H was fucking smart.
He's a cerebral assassin for a reason.
Of course, yeah. He handed him a stack of papers this thick for a freaking match. And it's like, alright, here's the contract for the match. And the Fiend's just like, I'm going to kill you so it doesn't matter.
He's known as a cerebral assassin for a reason.
Right, he can outthink the crazy. He can outthink anybody. Dude, it's why... Alright.
That's why
that's Thanksgiving Throwdown. Now, let's actually do some real wrestling talk on this, because Triple H, as the leader of NXT, makes perfect sense to why NXT is now being taken seriously. Like, they couldn't have had anybody as their fucking better as their leader. If he didn't have to concentrate on one match for himself, he could concentrate on all matches and put down proper plans for everything. That's why they won the numbers game. It made perfect sense to me. When people were like, oh, fucking NXT shouldn't be getting that much love that much fast. I'm like, you do realize that our coach is the cerebral assassin. He's got every plan down to a plan E for every match.
Right. And
like, you will win because you'll do this, and if that doesn't work, you will do this, and if that doesn't work, you will do this, and if that doesn't work, you will make them pissed off enough that they will get themselves disqualified. It's how Triple H fucking works.
Plus, the biggest reason, and I understand there are some people backstage that weren't happy with it.
Well, of course, Vince was probably steaming fucking mad that he gave up that much. At least we made Roman look strong. If we can make Roman look strong, that's all that matters.
I don't think it was Vince. Vince is probably...
Oh, it's probably more the guys of Raw and SmackDown themselves going, hey, man, they're the developmental.
People on the backstage are like, oh,
I can guarantee you some people that weren't pissed, though. Kevin Owens.
Right.
Fucking AJ Styles. the guys from the club, or OC. I can guarantee you who was pissed, though. Roman, Seth, Braun.
I don't know if...
I can guarantee you that they were all pissy because Seth is a fucking asshole, dude. Just outside of the character.
Actually, his character is turning... going heel.
I know his character's going heel. Because he plays a better bad guy because he's a fucking asshole outside of character. There's a reason for it. He's a fucking asshole outside of... have you seen the Kevin Owens documentary? Where he's telling the story about when he's going to fucking debut against John Cena and Vince is just like, alright, just be in your gear. And he's like, what do I tell him? You know, what am I doing here? He's like, you tell him to fuck off. That's what you tell him what you're doing here. And he can't keep it to himself because him and Seth have been friends since Ring of Honor. And he just sits down next to Seth in the lunchroom and Seth's like, you're in your gear, huh? He's like, yeah, I'm debuting today. Seth's like, really? Okay. And like he's cutting his steak, like, really? Okay. And Kevin's like, yeah. Against who? John Cena. What? Okay. You losing at the open challenge? No, I'm going over, but it's not going to be a match. What? And Seth throws his shit in his steak and makes a big fucking scene because he can't believe Kevin Owens' fat ass is getting a rub. And the entire time, they're telling the story, and Seth is just like he's not going to make it. He's not the shape. He's not WWE material. He doesn't do any. He doesn't exercise. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. He's a fat ass. And it's like, you're his friend, really? Okay. I mean, we see how Seth is towards his friends, so we know what to expect for him.
Right.
Towards people that aren't his friends, and then you see the shit he talks to the AEW guys, and it's like, dude, they could hand you your ass. You're literally talking shit to a genius in a dinosaur mask. Fuck off.
But there's some stuff that I'm the number wise, Seth was probably pissed.
Oh fuck yeah! We're running. We only got one. What? I didn't
win. Two? What the?
We lost. What the fuck?
But
aren't we the flagship show? No, that's SmackDown now because they brought in all that Fox money.
But they...
hey, this is the first time we're really going to get to enjoy a cigarette on camera together. I'm generally doing it at home, and you're like, fuck, I gotta go outside to smoke, you lucky son of a bitch. I can see it in your eyes sometimes. I know, I'm just fucking with you.
No, we've done it on other things.
Other Thanksgivings, right?
And Christmas. No,
Word.
I actually... think Seth might have been okay with it because of the storyline. It helped him start the transition to a heel.
I think he's going to be like a John Cena heel. I think that's what they're trying to do. Where he toes the company line and the fucking audience hates him.
Yeah.
It'll go good though, because they've built up Kevin Owens to be like a Steve Austin.
Right.
So if you have him being Seth Rollins being the Rock archetype and Kevin Owens being the McMahon or the Austin archetype, you're not doing too bad.
And
then you have the Fiend.
I don't disagree with Seth on his tweets. He's like, CM Punk's coming back.
Well, yeah.
He's not gonna just talk about wrestling. He's gonna wrestle.
Yeah, see, what I think Punk is doing, I think he's getting ready to pull some hardcore bullshit right now, dude. For one simple fact. He's under contract with Fox, not
right.
WWE.
Yeah.
Fox has a provision in their thing where he can do whatever the hell he wants in his off time. They don't control his other career. I think that he's going to be doing WWE backstage.
And AEW.
And go wrestle in AEW. And if he does do this, dude, he is literally a fucking genius, firstly. And secondly, the greatest wrestling fan of all time. Because he is doing the one thing that Vince would hate the most and could do nothing about. Because he's under contract with Fox, not with you.
Right.
He can, he's a correspondent on... But then he could go on WWE shows and fucking talk.
I haven't watched it.
When the Punk episode of Backstage or
I haven't watched Backstage.
I haven't watched any full episodes of Backstage, but I watched the first debut he made, and then his question segment where Renee was asking him questions. And when they started talking about other shit, I tuned out. I didn't.
There was a part where he's well, I'm probably fired now. Yeah,
nope. I know. Fox knows what they're doing, and if they're wanting to draw people into the show,
and it's actually Fox, not Disney, because it's Fox Sports.
Yep. Damn, that means CM Punk's not in the MCU. Fuck. Yeah. He writes for Thor. He writes for the Thor comic book, so he could very easily write himself into the MCU. I would actually love to see. Honestly,
we're gonna have to switch over here.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time.
Like, share, subscribe, comment.
Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies, and keep it not so right. Not so right. No.
No.
Book it right.
Book it right and ring that bell.
Peace. One more.